Hello, everyone, and welcome to Healthwatch very live. My name is Anna Marie, and we are joined today by Mo from Persona Shared Lives. I will go through some introductory slides shortly, and I will then hand over to our guest speaker to talk about Persona Shared Lives and how you can become a carer with them as well. So just a couple of guidelines to go through. You're welcome to join us on our Facebook page. This video will also be uploaded to our YouTube channel as well following this session. And any comments we will look through. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. All we ask is for you to be accepting, respect boundaries, don't be rude, don't flood the chat, don't self-promote, and please keep it clean. The session overview today is I'm just doing a bit of an introduction about Healthwatch Bury. We will then hand over to our guest speaker, Mo, and at the end we have a question and answer session. Just a couple of additional questions from members of the public. Who is Healthwatch Bury? We are your health and social care champion. We listen to your experiences of using health and social care services, and we can also provide you with information and advice. The ways we can support you is we can signpost you to local online support groups. We can provide you with information and advice about you and your family members' healthcare, and we also listen to your experience of using health and care services in Bury. These are our contact details if you wish to get in touch. I will now stop sharing my screen, and I will hand over to our guest speaker. Welcome, Mo, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much. So I'm Mo Arthur. I'm the Registered Manager of Bury Shared Lives. So welcome everybody to my presentation, and thank you for Anne-Marie from Healthwatch Bury to accommodate me today. So Shared Lives. So Shared Lives is a Bury service. It's a national service, but I'm particularly speaking about Bury today. So we're a regulated service. We're registered with CQC. We've got to meet all their standards, and we're subject to inspections. Anyone over the age of 18 can use Shared Lives, but they have to be referred to us by a social worker and have a social care need. We support people from various people with learning disabilities, older people, mental health and vulnerable people, and work with many teams across Bury. The type of placement depends on the need of an individual, so it can be completely flexible to suit those who need it. And that's what makes Shared Lives unique when it comes to social care. We work around the needs of the individual. They don't work around the needs of our service. Shared Lives can be described a little bit like fostering for adults. We provide 4 different types of service: long-term, short breaks, day support, and emergency respite as well. And I will go into details of each service. Everybody on the screens today have given permission to share photos and share their stories with us today. So this is Sarissa. And she's going to go mad because I can't remember the name of the dog. But anyway, so this is Sarissa, and she lives with full-time with a lovely family with Joe and Tony and their other 2 children who have moved out with work, and Lois has recently got her own house. But Sarissa is very, very much part of the whole family. Joe wrote about Sarissa that what Sarissa craved was love, and I hope she found this with our family. Sarissa now has more independence with her finances. She's made new friends, new adventures at a day centre, and has part-time volunteering job at cancer research. The flip side to this is what Sarissa brought to our lives. Although there'd been challenges along the way, she's certainly enriched our lives. So this is Sarissa, her personal achievements, and she's there in the cancer research shop advertising Stand Up to Cancer. She moved into a Shared Lives family over 3 years ago. Just to name a few of Sarissa's achievements: she now does voluntary work at a local cancer research shop, does lots of fundraising, has 2 tattoos, and chooses where she goes on holiday. And she's had her first cervical screening, which was supported by Joe, her carer. This is Mac. So Mac goes to respite with Sue and Lee. He also has day support with Sue and Lee once a week. Once a month, he goes to stay with them. And the matching process was perfect with them because Lee and Sue both have an interest of being outside, riding bikes, baking and cooking, exactly the same as what Mac's interests were. And when we look at a matching process between an individual and the carers, it's really important that we find as many things that they like to do together. And once we make that match, it can last many, many years. Mac in his spare time is a DJ. He's entertained us at several events, and he recently, well, last year went to Buckingham Palace to receive his Gold Award for the Duke of Edinburgh. So emergency respite. This was a lady we supported beginning of last year, I think it was, and she became homeless and was in crisis after things went terribly wrong in her life, and she came to stay with us for a few months, and a lovely Jewish family in the Prestwich area, and they were just some comments about she went from being homeless, haggard and hopeless, to happy and hopeful, and now she's doing really well in her own accommodation. So we were a nice stepping stone to her life to just make her feel safe again and make her get the right support that she needed. So this is day support. This is a gentleman, Mike, who he retired, well, semi-retirement he calls it. He was a teacher for 34 years, and now he supports men. There's no reason why he does, but he is matched with 5 men at the moment he supports for doing various things. So the gentleman on the screen there, he attends a local dementia cafe with him, does music events in the evening with him, goes to cinema events, loads of things. And his little comment was, to me, spending time with some lovely people as much as possible and to do activities that the people I support want to do. What I do differs for each person. I recommend this job for anybody who cares and wants to make a difference. And this fits into my semi-retirement plans. And the gentleman he supports says, I like being able to go out and do activities and go to events where I can see people I like. And they've been supporting, well, Mike's been supporting John for several months now, and it's really successful. Part of our service is our committee that we have. This started just before COVID in 2019. It went online through COVID, and then afterwards we were able to, like most people, get back face-to-face meetings. Really important part of our service, the committee, and plays a key role in how the service is run. They meet, part of their role is to meet prospective carers, which they interview, and they formulated a list of questions for people. They make changes to their personal profiles and service documents. They help organise events through the year, and they also represent the service at Your Voice, which is the persona committee meetings where all services join together. And they've recently had a key part to play in purchasing Reach Retreat, which is an accessible holiday lodge for people to book and go on holiday. And a number of people from Shared Lives have been on holiday and had a super time there. So it's really nice for them to be able to be part of that. This is Mac. So Mac, you saw before, who has respite and day support with us. He is a big part of our committee. He does the agenda, he does the minutes for the meeting, and he proofreads our easy read guides as well when they come out before and after meetings happen. We meet 4 times a year, and also Mac's role at the moment is going out interviewing future carers, and then he will jot the answers down to the questions, and then he reports back to panel and gives his views as whether they would make a good carer or not. So I'm going to discuss a little bit about the growth of Shared Lives. Shared Lives has grown incredibly fast in a short space of time, which has been great to actually see the outcomes of people and how it's made a difference in people's lives. So as you can see, the data starts back from January 2023, where altogether we had 26 placements. Placements are the different types of services we offer as the 4 that were spoken about before. And as you can see now, July 24, we have 79. And this goes up and down all the time. People use our service for short spaces of time. People use our service for long spaces of time. People use it just as a stepping stone. But as you can see, the numbers are going up, and it's really lovely to see. What we're doing this year is we're concentrating on our recruitment campaign is to focus on full-time and respite, as these are the areas that we're not growing to the capacity we would like to grow. So this is our campaign for 2024. It started in June, where we launched it at Shared Lives Week. We continue, so part of what we're doing this year, lots of different things. In fact, I've not put everything on here because there's so many things that we are doing this year, but lots of different things. A £250 refer a friend scheme, and we're looking at offering driving lessons as well as part of that, as linking up with a local driving school, which we're trying to do at the moment. We've got, we discuss with our social work teams on a regular basis about potential referrals that are coming through. I attend a 16+ meeting and discuss people who are moving over to, you know, what will happen when they become 18 and how, whether shared lives could be an option for them. We advertise through the year at the Bury Local, and we're going to do a leaflet drop towards the end of the year with them. We've started advertising in the Uplift magazine, which is a magazine for Jewish ladies. We've recently started working at the Bury's Carers Hub, linking up with some wonderful people there, and also recently been out to the outreach team at Bury Hospice to see if we can do some co-production work and hopefully support people together in the community. Our monthly recruitment event, Open Days, apologies for the picture, it's a little bit, it's not great, that is it, at the Green. The Green is in Clarence Park on Walmsley Road, and we meet there on a monthly basis. I've added dates on at the end of the slides if anybody would like to join us at these. So these are always attended by a committee member. Customers and carers are always all invited. We like new people to come to just chat about whether the service is for them or whether it's something they would like to do as a career. We help people do the training at the time. We can help with applications, and it's a really lovely place. It's a nice place to have a little hub that once a month we can all get together and people can come and just join us really and have them face-to-face chats, which is so important. So the impact of doing our recruitment events, doing the recruitment event at the Green, is we're joined by carers and customers, joined by social workers, joined by people who wish to learn more about us, joined by people who want to use the service. And we combine this with other events as well throughout the year, like the Macmillan Coffee Morning and Shared Lives Week. So recruitment of carers. Obviously, our service grows in two ways. It grows with the amount of carers that we have, and it grows with the amount of referrals we have for individuals who would like to use our service. They come hand in hand, and we try to grow as fast as the referrals coming in. So and we're doing very well at it actually. But like I said before, the focus this year is on people who would like to have full-time support and people who would like respite. But that doesn't mean to say that we're stopping at the day support, because that they come in on a regular basis. So recruitment of carers, people would come and have a chat with us, fill in an application form. Then as the process before they get to panel is that they will be expected to do a certain level of training, the DBS checks, we do a home visit, and we do health and safety checks. Then all that information is taken to a panel of people from various backgrounds of care, ex-carers, ex-people who've worked for us, different services. And then we look at the carers that are coming through and see whether they would be an ideal person to be a shared lives carer. And we have a lovely success rate. We take people to panel once a month. We have 2 people going through this month. Last month we had 1 person going through. So it's a really nice group of people going through on a regular basis. So shared lives. So if you are interested in using our service, either of being a carer or using the service with someone you'd like to refer, or refer yourself, then many ways to get in contact with us. There's some further details down the line in a couple more slides. So future dates for your calendar for Shared Lives at the Green in September, October and November, but do check our website out because we've got lots of information on there. One other thing that I've not pointed out in the slideshow, in the slides, are that when people are approved to be carers and then we get a referral, we do a really, really good matching process. So both the carer and the person using the service have a choice in who they have supporting them. And this is really important to make sure that people do have that choice. You know, they have a choice of where they're going to stay, where they're going to live, who's going to be supporting them for the day service and what they're going to do within that. And that's very, very important in social care, that people do get that say now in who's going to be supporting them in the future. And that's the end of my slideshow. If you want to find out any more about Shared Lives in Bury, we've got our website there, and you can always email at the address on the screen. Thank you.
Thanks so much for the information. It's been really, really helpful, and we can certainly share those links in the YouTube description, video description as well, and in the comments. We've got a couple of additional questions. I mean, most of them have been already covered by a presentation, but just in case there's anything else you'd like to add, I suppose. So the first one's, how can I join the Shared Life scheme? And is there a cooling off period if I decide that the carer might not be a match for them, for example?
Yeah, so to join the scheme, the best thing to do is just come to one of our recruitment events, because then you can ask lots of questions, that you'll be thinking of things that you wouldn't have thought of before, and just having that general chat really with myself or one of the team. The recruitment events are good as well, because you generally have a few carers that come with the people that they support, so it's nice for them to be able to ask them questions as well that they might not have asked us. The carers who join us are not employed by us, they're not contracted by us, they're all self-employed. They fill in regular timesheets. These timesheets are sent to us, they're sent to Bury, and Bury pay them for the support, but they're all self-employed, and we assist with how they would get, you know, how they join that as well, and support them through that. So there's many other elements to Shared Lives that I've not discussed today, but if I'm being honest, you just bombard people too much. So for me, to be a Shared Lives carer is you've got to want to make a difference in someone's life. You've got to want to care, and you might even just have 2 hours that you're free in a week to actually come and do something, and that's all it takes. It's all it takes. Or you could have an interest that you know that you've got that you want to share with somebody. You might go to church on a Sunday and think that would be really nice to take somebody who doesn't get the opportunity to go to church anymore. You might have, I don't know, we have a carer who has a horse and an allotment, and she's very popular. She has lots of people who want her to support them. We have carers that people just go and have tea, or go for lunch on a Wednesday, or come for Sunday dinner and have it with them and the families. It's you know, it's a really engaging service and lovely to be part of.
Brilliant. Oh, that's great. Thanks so much for that. I did have a couple of other questions, but I think, to be honest, you've covered them all by this presentation.
Okay.
So I don't think I need to go into it really. But yeah, thank you so much for that. And what we can do as well is we can promote the recruitment events on our social media channels as well. To invite people to come along and just to find out more information.
Yeah.
But thanks so much for joining. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Thanks, and have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.